Hello, Blessing. You have tagged me in a post, and I'm doing this video specifically for you, just because you're asking. Um, you've said you're tired and you're strained, and you don't know how people show up on LinkedIn every day with post. And I just wanted to share with you um, a bit about my journey and how I end up doing this and why I sort of show up every day. Number one, I did not think I would be showing up every day when I started. um, I then just realized, based off of the engagements I was getting, people kept saying, "Oh, I wake up every day and I go to LinkedIn to look for you. Every day I wake up, before I start my day, I go to look for you." I mean, that just basically says that someone's day is made better by reading a post that I make, right? So that was like, there is a demand for my content. That's what it tells me. So I needed to be, at the minimum, I needed to match the demand with the supply at the minimum, even if I wasn't overly given. And I've got a very sort of demanding job. So the best I can do is just sort of send it out early enough so that people can then read it before they go out to their work every day, especially career starters. I'm very, very passionate about career starters. So I made a couple of points that I think may be helpful. Number one, I post for value. So people say post valuable content. Makes sense. But I see it like I'm posting because of the value I expect it, because of the ripple effect it has on people. And this is not just the comments I get on my post. People legit come into my DM to say, "Look, this changed everything for me." So I post for that sort of value, and it gives me a lot of fulfillment. When people tell me it feels like I win every day, so why not do it every day to get that sense of winning? So there is this push I get, there is this energy boost. Um, I write, people get blessed by it, they share it, and I get energy, I get the motivation, so I keep going. What I would say to you is post like you're talking to a friend. Um, it's just like saying, "Oh, I'm tired, I'm strained. My friend is here, but I can't talk to my friend because I'm tired and I'm strained." There's nothing really like that. If your friend is there, you always have something to talk about. So if you look at it from that perspective, if you have a family member, you just keep talking to them, just find something to talk about, right? And one of the points I made here is going to sort of address how you think about it broadly. Um, I want you to think about being an active observer. Mostly, the reason why you may think you don't have enough content to post is because you're not actively looking around. There's just a lot of things happening around you right now that supports the niche that you're trying to post in. And if you're just starting off, there is this advice that I've seen where don't niche down too much. And I think I may have even said this in one of my posts. Don't sort of niche down too much. Still be afloat a bit. Let people then push you towards where what they enjoy. As long as it's within the perimeter of your potential and it's within what you can deliver, then you'll be like, "Oh, my people actually like this, so let me give more of this." Now, as you get a diverse base of followers and people reaching out to you, you begin to see that that may change. If you look at my post from like a year back, similar to what I still do, but a bit advanced and a bit sort of um, bent over, iterated, that kind of deal. Um, so just actively observe what's going on around your environment. Don't niche down too much. See what people like, and then sort of hammer that. I try to use a content strategy. You won't believe this. I'm not very good at it, just because I don't know. So you can try it. I've used one. I've done like a almost 100-day content strategy. I'll say, well, I'll be like, I'll talk about this. I never get to talk about that thing because there is just this energy I get from within me that even though I've written about something, I've spent time writing about it, and I feel like, oh, I'm just going to schedule that post for the day. I do end up scheduling that post because I don't feel like it's the right post for the next morning. So I don't just do it. Because of that, my content strategy may not really work for me, at least at this level. It may not really sort of work for me, but you can check if it works for you. So you can think about a lot of things. You can tell a story about yourself. You can do you can talk about things you believe in. You can talk about your beliefs. You can talk about things you don't believe, even though it's general, sort of generally acceptable stuff. Like there was a time I did a post about, I don't believe you're only in competition with yourself. Those kind of posts tend to get a lot of traction just because you're challenging something that people tend to sort of agree with, and a lot of people just, due to social proof, a lot of people just accept stuff. So you can do a post around that. You can do a post about something that is new, that you probably recently learned yourself, that is new. So you can do a post about that. So if you've learned about a concept that impacts maybe whatever it is you talk about, you can say, look, I learned this. This is how it works. Yeah. So you can repurpose your content as well. So if you've done a particular content and it's worked, people really loved it, you can repurpose them. I've not really gotten into that phase where I repurpose a lot, and I'm hoping to get there so it's easier for me to put on our content. I personally want to get there quickly. I still see myself writing a lot of new things, which is good. But I mean, if you see something works, I may have redone like 3-4 of my posts. I just rewritten them, taking from here, taking from there, looked it up. So you can do something like that. So you can do a bit of mix. I promise you, new people are coming across your post every day, anyways. So if you feel like you've made a post like 5 months ago, but you feel like, no, this is the message for this moment as well, you can sort of redo it and post it again. One of the things that helped me show up every day is, I know I'm not going to show up here every day forever. This is just a phase in this journey. So I'm not going to be here forever. So while I'm here, I'm giving the volume. And I'm not just giving the volume, I'm giving quality with the volume. And I'm not saying this to diminish the hard work that goes into pulling this stuff together. Sometimes it takes me 2 hours, 3 hours to write one piece of content. And I mean, so basically what happens is, if I see that I'm exceeding my hour mark of putting something together, I know that particular message may not be for now. It may be a shelf for later when I have more information. I don't personally actively research any post that I'm making, because, so like I want to post about confidence, then I go and I research about company and post this. I just feel it will not be authentic, and that's why I want my post to be authentic. I want to say what I already know about confidence. I don't go and research like immediately. My research is ongoing. So, and I will talk about that shortly. My research is not, oh, I'm talking about confidence to do so, I'm going to research everything about confidence and then come and sort of download it. I don't do my content like that, but I'll come to you about that. So like I said, it won't be forever. So if you know that it's just for a while, that and when I say it won't be forever, it's just the time is just gonna come when I'm not on LinkedIn every day. It's not just gonna be there for, or even if I'm there, probably it's being managed by a social media team or something. But now that I'm still the one sort of churning it out, fine. Also think of the lives of the people that will change just because you're showing up. If you think about that, then just keep showing up, including your life as well. So don't be selfish about what you're posting. Think who is being impacted, not you putting it out. I think that's going to sort of work. Now, schedule your content or whatever it is you want to post ahead. That really helps, right? So if you know you're going to post at a particular time every day, you can schedule ahead a day, 2 over the weekend, however you want to schedule ahead. So you can schedule ahead. So if you know to schedule 5 hours ahead, 4 hours ahead, 12 hours ahead, you begin planning how to pull your thoughts together. This is my most important advice that I would give. Obviously, there are lots and lots of people that give LinkedIn advice. I don't come close to so what the value those guys bring, like they tell you how to use LinkedIn. I don't know how they do all those things, honestly. But obviously they're all over LinkedIn and you can learn a lot from them. But this is what I'm going to tell you. You're never gonna run out of content if you are packed as a person. If you're packed. The only reason why I came to LinkedIn, I started writing on LinkedIn, is because I felt full. I physically and mentally felt like I was full, and I needed to be a pipe to sort of churn out the message, to give that message out. I feel like I was full, and this is what I mean by I was full. I am almost always listening to something educative, knowledge based, and that's my life. Since like I was in the university, if I was now listening to Les Brown, I was listening to Tony Robbins. That has been my life, all through, and from one motivational speaker to another, to psychologists, to growth professionals, high performance professionals, all sorts, right? I'm always listening, and these days of podcast, I'm always listening. And this is not me because I want to make content tomorrow that I'm listening today. No, this is me on the go. When I'm cooking in the kitchen, I've got my ears plugged, I've got my speaker, I'm always listening. I'm always listening, and that's the fact. I've got Audible. I listen to audiobooks. I have the summary for audiobooks. I use Blinkist, which is running all the time. When I go to the gym, I'm unplugged. I'm listening to all sorts, So every day listening to all of these things, they accumulate. And I've been doing this for over 10 years. And that's why sometimes when people say, oh, where do you get all these things from? It's not because I'm taking it specifically from someone. It's just that everything has sort of come together nicely. Everything has sort of come together neatly, right? And I'm always having something to give. And because I talk to career starters have not only just their careers, they're also very sort of concerned about their lives. They're at the stage where they need clarity. So that's why I should not just be a career sort of coach or mentor. I should always also have a view about life in general, human psychology when I'm chatting to people and all of that, and how all of these things, communication, all of these things blend to make them a more awesome professional and a better person at work. Okay, so those are just, and I mean, if I remember anything else, I'll say, but that's it from my perspective. So start today to begin to load on. If you read so much, learn so much, listen to so much, there will just be a lot to do. Rather than people say, oh, if you just want to get ideas for a post, you'll just go to go and look at what other people are posting and rewrite it. That's not going to, that's short term, right? In short term you may get some engagement, but in the long term, this is my view, you must continue to make yourself more valuable compared to the status that you've got. So people see you as, oh, this is Orange, she's putting it. When you meet me in person, when I'm talking to you in person, I want that value, triple of that value, triple of those things you're reading that I'm writing to show through, for you to be able to say, oh yes, she's really got it. I don't want you to meet me now in person and you're like, where was she copying all those things from? Like, because it gives away is the aura, is the energy. So enough of boring you at this point. So I hope you'll pick one or two things from this video and don't stop. You could say hello everybody and end of story, but don't stop. Keep posting. I believe you've got so much value. For you to have shown interest in it is because you have so much to give. Okay, so don't stop. Keep going, and I'm rooting for you. Take care. Bye.